And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
To throw on second is Watson.
He'll dump this down to Stevenson.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
Here's Watson. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox.
And they're going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Again, it's Watson. Being chased out left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan it.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. So the bit through the air, but and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. CeeDee Lamb. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Watson on 1st down. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Watson.
A bootleg. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the 50, it's Watson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Zach Ball.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Eric Armstead now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense.
And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he is really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just 1 more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a 1st down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes.
Left side to Lamb.
And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage.
Touchdown!
George Pickens
from 19 yards away.
And the Cards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
And the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And the Bills are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Ramondre Stevenson,
28 yards.
And the Bills are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is down to 28-10.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the 4th quarter. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Mahomes going to throw.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Asante Samuel Jr. that time up to make the tackle. From the 31, here's second down and 5.
Mahomes is going to run the option left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Here now, second and 4.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And it's caught. And he's brought down. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Barkley again, and this time he's in for a Cardinal touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
On first down, it's Watson.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson.
Open man is Mingo, complete.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Watson. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He completes this one to Mingo.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Watson looks to throw again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will remain well behind.
Well, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
Yellow.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as a over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Yellow. Attack.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. A solid stiff arm. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
91 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just...
Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game one of many to come, sitting next